Yeah. Okay.
Private jets, safari proposals, luxury villas in
Wow.
Zanzibar. From the outside, this looked like everything a woman could want.
How did they do that?
She was living
Feeding
in full
giraffes.
color, posting her life, building her brand,
Wow.
celebrating love in one of the most beautiful places on earth.
It's crazy,
And
man.
somebody left a comment on her page, weeks before she died, that said,
You see, there's a whole lot of mystery surrounding this lady's death, Ashlee Jenae. It's a whole lot.
"He going to kill you?"
Why?
She never responded. And now her family is waiting for answers that nobody is giving them. Ashlee Jenae was not the kind of woman you forget.
Okay.
She was originally from
Wow,
New Jersey.
she's beautiful, though.
Jersey-born, bright, ambitious. But the real turning point in her life came from a bet. Literally. Her best friend had just landed a job in Miami and needed company
She's
for the
so cute.
18-hour drive down.
Damn.
Ashlee agreed to ride along. No strings attached. Her flight back home was set for that Monday. But by Wednesday, she had already gotten herself a job. So she went back to Jersey, packed
Okay.
her things, and never looked back. Just like that, Miami became home, and Miami suited her. She had the look, she had the energy, and she had the drive to match. She started modeling, worked her way up from nothing into a career that had her in music videos alongside some of the biggest names in the industry.
Damn.
Rick Ross, Migos, Meek Mill. That's not an accident.
Most of these internet divas who want to upgrade themselves or go further in their career tend to move from cities like Jersey and Utah, Idaho. I don't know how you call that state. They all tend to move to Florida, Miami, or New York, or Hollywood, California, Beverly Hills, places like that, just to get that upgrade and chase their career.
That's a woman who worked
So I
for what
think
she
it's
had.
normal.
Anyways, by the time she was in her early 30s, Ashlee Jenae had become a full-time influencer.
Wow.
She had an Instagram presence that people genuinely followed.
Yeah, I checked
She
that
was building
too.
something real, and she looked happy doing it.
She should
From the
be.
outside, her life read like the kind of story young women screenshot and save on their phones.
People be hating
Moving
though.
on, because that's just who Ashlee was. Now let's talk about the man she was with, Joe McCann. Let me tell you something about this man,
Okay.
because his background matters to this story.
Yeah.
He was the founder and CEO of a company called Asymmetric Financial,
Okay.
a modern crypto fund. The name alone tells you something.
Another rich
Asymmetric.
dude.
It refers to a situation where one side holds more information than the other, more knowledge, more power, more control. On paper, Joe was impressive.
Okay.
Over 2 decades of experience working across Wall Street and Silicon Valley. He ran a quantitative trading operation for cryptocurrencies at a San Francisco hedge fund.
Wow.
Before that, he was a senior director at Microsoft. He sat on advisory boards. He got written
Now I get it why people were sending her all those messages, because she got herself this bald white dude, rich dude who provides everything she needs. And some people are just jealous because there's another black girl, beautiful black girl, internet diva that has got herself a billionaire. And other people don't like it. But I think the story goes deeper than that.
up in Forbes, TechCrunch, The Wall Street Journal. In 2024, his fund ranked as the #1 performing fund globally, not just in crypto,
Wow,
across
that's
every
great.
asset class
Impressive.
on Earth. This was a man with resources, with access, with connections. And at some point, that man and Ashlee Jenae found each other.
Okay.
Now, they had been together for a while
Is it Jenae or Jenna?
before this trip. Ashlee had him on her Instagram. Photos together. Captions. The kind of presence that says, "This is my person."
Just look at that. She's having the best of her time, you know. She's just enjoying life. Young black woman, beautiful. Having an old bald billionaire boyfriend.
But here's the
providing
thing that
everything.
people started noticing when they went back and looked. Joe never posted her. Not
Why?
once. While she had him plastered all over her page,
Wow.
he never acknowledged her on his. Not a single post. Not a mention. Make it make sense. And the
It's, I think when it has got to do with these rich white people, they love to keep their private life to themselves. They don't want everything all over the internet, people gossiping, poking their nose into their affairs, because there are people who hold weight. They have influence in society, so they don't want to have their private life all over the internet. So I don't see anything wrong with a rich man keeping his private life to himself. It's normal.
comments. Look at the comments. People had been leaving warnings on Ashlee's posts for months. One comment from 20 weeks before she died said exactly this: "He going to kill you." Another one said, "He will kill you one, the slave owner." And just weeks before the trip, another account wrote, "He's going to harm you. Get out."
Jealous ass people.
Were those people prophets? Probably not. Comments like that float around social media all the time, but looking at them now, after everything that happened, they don't feel random anymore.
No.
Anyways, whatever the private reality of that relationship was, the public version was about to get a major upgrade, because Joe planned a trip. Tanzania, Zanzibar,
Wow.
one of the most breathtaking places on the African continent.
Yeah, sure it is. Just look at that. Lions, zebras, giraffes. They've got ostrich.
The plan was to celebrate Ashlee's 31st birthday in
Just
style.
look at that.
Private villa, wildlife safari, the whole
Feeding
experience.
giraffes. She's just gorgeous. Just look at that. They've got all the gazelles and all these wild animals hanging around them. Now I see why people were jealous. I see why. I understand why people were jealous. Just look at that. Young, happy black
And
woman
on April
with a rich white
1st,
billionaire.
while they were out in the middle of the wilderness,
With a
Joe got down
zebra.
on one knee. He proposed. Ashlee said yes. She posted about it.
I wonder how they tend to tame all these lions. It's just crazy. Just look at that. A majestic cat. Such a beautiful creature from God. Just look at that. This is not a normal lioness. This is the white one, I think. It's a rare breed. This is what people don't like to see, especially the black community. They just don't want to see things like this. They always have something to say.
She was glowing. And days later, on her actual birthday, April 5th, she went to Twitter and posted photos from Tanzania with a caption that read, "Chapter 31, and I'm exactly where I need to be."
Wow.
Joe replied to the post with one
With
word,
me.
me. She responded, "Forever."
Love
That was one of
you.
the last things she
Oh.
publicly posted.
That's so
What
romantic.
happened next was
That's so
reported
romantic.
differently across different sources, and the family has asked that anything not coming directly from them be treated as unverified.
Okay.
So here is what we know, and what the family themselves confirmed. Ashlee was found unconscious inside her villa at the Zuri Zanzibar, a luxury resort. She was rushed to a local hospital,
Damn.
and hours later, her death was confirmed. Joe McCann told Tanzanian authorities that Ashlee had died by suicide, by hanging.
How
let
did
that
you know
sit.
that? How did you know
A
that?
woman who had-
This is where things start to get weird. This is where everybody is having their doubts concerning this rich guy. How did you know she committed suicide? How did you?
Just gotten engaged, who just turned 31, who had posted hours earlier that she was exactly where she needed to be,
Yeah.
who, by every account from the people who loved her, showed zero signs of being in that kind of darkness. That is what he told authorities.
Strange.
The
though.
family's statement said it plainly. Ashlee was found unconscious in her villa and was rushed to a local hospital where her death was confirmed hours later.
Okay.
Nothing about this loss feels real. One moment she was celebrating love, life, in truly Ashlee fashion, and the next, she was gone. They described the circumstances as suspicious, and they said, word for word, that the questions surrounding her passing remain unanswered. Now, there was also a report from...
The thing is, every death, any kind of death, is kind of mysterious. It's kind of strange. Except if somebody dies in a gang banging shootout. That is not mysterious because you decided to gang bang and you lost your life. But in situations like this, there's more to it than what people are hearing on the internet, And coming to their parents, if you're really interested in how your daughter passed away, why don't you book a ticket? You just book a flight to Tanzania and go find out how your daughter died. You can't be sitting in the United States of America and be saying whatever you like. It doesn't work like that.
Earlier, unverified sources that described a woman found with a cloth tied around her face in a guest house. The family disputed the specific location, identifying the Zuri Zanzibar villa as where Ashlee was found. The details conflicted in the early hours of this story breaking, which is part of why the family put out a statement asking people to rely only on information that came directly from them. What was not in dispute was the claim Joe made, and the people who knew Ashlee were not having it. The moment word got out, the internet moved fast. Ashlee's close friend and PR specialist, Savannah Britt, went straight to X, Twitter, and she did not hold back. Her post went viral almost immediately. She wrote, "We need justice for my friend. Ashlee Jenae was found dead in her hotel in Tanzania. Her fiance, Joe McCann, claims she hung herself. Anyone who knows Ash knows she would never commit. We need answers." That post cracked everything open. Because here is the thing about social media in cases like this. When the people closest to the victim start speaking, the public starts listening.
They know something.
And what
yeah.
Savannah was saying matched what everyone who knew Ashlee was already feeling. This did not fit. None of it fit. The family followed up with a formal statement shortly after. They described Ashlee as someone who was vibrant, full of life, deeply loved, a woman with so much still ahead of her. They talked about the engagement, the safari, the birthday. They called it what it was supposed to be, her dream trip. And then they said this: "At this time, there is an active investigation into the circumstances surrounding Ashlee's suspicious passing."
Okay.
Suspicious passing. Those were their words, the family's words. They also made something very clear. Anything not coming directly from them should be treated as unverified. And that was a smart move, because by this point, the internet was already running in 10 different directions with theories, conflicting reports, and details that nobody could confirm. So let's talk about what the official investigation actually looked like. Because
when you have an influencer or any public figure, a politician, or any person that has got influence in society pass away in a mysterious way, there are a whole lot of conspiracies surrounding their death. So whether people are going to take it for what it is, or people are going to believe in rumors, is up to the public. So like I was saying, the family can book a fly all the way to Tanzania and engage in this private. They can even hire a private detective to investigate the whole thing. So if it's true that Joe McCann has a hand in it, then the law will deal with him. If it's not, then you just bury your dear one and move on with your lives.
This is where things get frustrating. As of the time this story broke,
Everybody
Tanzanian
has got
authorities had
something to
not
say.
released any public autopsy results. No toxicology report.
Okay.
No official cause of death confirmed by local medical examiners.
Okay.
Nothing. The only cause of death on the table was the one Joe McCann himself had given, suicide by hanging. And even that had not been verified by anyone with authority.
So, how then can he come to a conclusion that she committed suicide by hanging? If the police and there is no medical report outside there that she hanged herself, then why is he saying that? How could he assume something like that? It's just crazy.
Tell you something. That gap right there, between what a suspect claims and what investigators confirm, that is exactly where cases like this get buried, and families are left waiting. Now, where was the American government in all of this? The U.S. Embassy was involved, but their role is limited when a death occurs on foreign soil.
Why?
They don't lead the investigation. They can't force anything. What they do is provide what's called consular services, helping with the repatriation of remains, acting as a
Okay.
bridge between the grieving family and local authorities, and monitoring the investigation to make sure due process
But
is being followed.
I think they can help
That's
in the
it.
investigation.
That is the ceiling
I
of
think
what
they
they
can do that. They can help in the investigation. Sorry if I keep pausing this video. They can help in the investigation because they have a US citizen nationality die on a Tanzanian soil. So they can help in the investigation. They can even suggest bringing on board their own group of private investigators to help the Tanzanian local investigators solve the issue. There's always a way out. You just have to know your way around. That's it.
can do. And Ashlee's family found out about her death through passport emergency contacts. Not a phone call from Joe. Not a message. Not even a text. The embassy contacted them because Ashlee's body had been found, and her emergency contact information was on file. Sit with that for a second. The man who proposed to her, the man she called her forever, never reached out to her family to tell them she was gone. While her parents were getting that call from the embassy, Joe McCann was on social media retweeting posts about cryptocurrency.
Why?
No rest in peace.
That's
No
strange.
statement. No grief. Nothing. Just business as usual. Make it make sense.
That is why people keep saying that these rich guys are heartless. They say rich folks, especially the white ones, they don't care if somebody died today. They're just going to move on with their business. And I understand that to a point. But when it has got to do with someone close to you, a woman you propose to marry, and or a relative, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, or any other person close to you, then I think, I don't know if that's his way of getting over the issue, because everybody has got his or her own way of handling issues like this, you know.
Now, people went and looked at his social media, and what they found only made things worse. His pages had associations with some deeply questionable content, racially charged material, accounts tied to far-right ideologies, groups that, to put it plainly, do not think kindly of Black people. And yet, here he was, in a relationship with a Black woman, engaged to a Black woman, on a birthday trip with a Black woman.
So what?
People started connecting dots.
Why?
Whether those dots form a straight line, that is not for this narrator to say. But what people saw did not sit right with them, and it added another layer to an already deeply troubling picture. Anyways, back to the investigation itself. There were reports circulating that Joe had been taken into custody. Social media was treating it as confirmed. But here is the truth. As of the time this story was being reported, no official confirmation of an arrest had been made public.
Okay.
The reports were conflicting. Some said he was in custody. Others said he wasn't.
And what is the
Nobody in
embassy
an official
saying?
capacity was saying anything definitive. And that silence from the people with actual authority, is one of the most unsettling parts of this entire story. Because think about it. If you are the person who found your fiance unresponsive in your shared villa, you are either the most broken, grief-stricken person on the planet right now, or you are the person who knows exactly what happened in that room.
Exactly.
There is no version of true love where your response to losing her is to go online and talk about market conditions.
You can't do that.
There is no version of genuine grief that looks like silence toward the family of the woman you just asked to spend your life with.
Exactly.
None. Here is what we know and what we don't.
I think that is why people are accusing him of being the person who unalived the lady. But I think, like I was saying earlier, people have their own ways of dealing with losses like this. Someone will go for a walk, someone will go for, it's like an instant, I don't know what word to use now. It's like they've lost control, but instead of causing mayhem, they find themselves doing something that looks so unusual at that particular moment.
Reports surfaced that Joe McCann had been arrested in Tanzania, pending charges. But as of the time this story broke, those reports had not been officially confirmed by Tanzanian authorities.
Okay.
No charges had been publicly announced, no court date, nothing on record. What made it even more complicated was the jurisdiction. This happened in Tanzania, on foreign soil. And Americans who lose their lives abroad, let's be honest, rarely receive the justice their families deserve. The investigation was in the hands of Tanzanian
authorities.
Officials. The family had placed their trust in those officials. And the U.S. Embassy was watching, but could not act beyond its lane.
Okay.
So where does
like earlier today, I heard someone saying that Africans don't have the right tools to investigate issues like this, and they were saying that they are so corrupt. The African police authorities are so corrupt that they can take bribe from a billionaire like this. It's like, how can you be assuming things like that? I know corruption is everywhere. Like, I don't want to be using words whereby this video will be taken down from YouTube. So what I have to say is that I want to let people know that irrespective of the conditions some people think Africans live in, they have everything to conduct a clean investigation. You can be living anywhere in the slums, wherever you can be, they will come for you if they want to. Corruption is everywhere, so it's about time we stop all these stereotype issues we've been dealing with.
That leave things? An unverified arrest, an unconfirmed cause of death, a family an ocean away demanding answers, and a man who, publicly, visibly, moved on like none of it happened. Here is what this story leaves us with.
You know, I always find it interesting when people are like super shocked that you would make a decision out of like the kindness of your heart or a decision out of love. It makes me think. The reason you're asking me like, are you sure, or are you not gonna go back on your decision, or is because you would do that. You're so shocked that I would do something because you wouldn't do it. And I sit on that. We give so many people, what's the word I would use?
Benefit
we
of
give
the
them
doubt.
the treatment we wish to receive from them.
Okay.
And they're so shocked when we give it to them because they would never do it for us.
That's it.
Which is crazy.
It's normal.
A 31-year-old woman flew to one of the most beautiful places on this earth to celebrate her life. She got a ring. She got a birthday. She posted that she was exactly where she needed to be. And she never came home.
And she met her death. And she met her sudden death. I'm so sorry for her family, and I'm so sorry for her fiancé. It's like a big blow to everybody. But like I said earlier, everybody has got their opinion towards this. What is left to do is to leave everything in the hands of the Tanzanian authorities to come to a conclusion with the help of the United States Embassy in Tanzania. So like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. I'm out.